Fortress, a wonderful gift from God for all of us, anyone that comes here.
Through many dangers, thorns and snares, I have already come. Was grace that brought me safe this far, and grace will lead me home.
The organization started in 2014. The purpose of the Fortress is to build men up coming out of addiction, coming out of being broken, coming out of being lost, and building their lives through Christ.
I'm very thankful to the Lord that when my son left Teen Challenge, he had a place to go. And it's just been great to watch my son grow and be strong in the Lord.
The Fortress now holds up to 32 men to be focused on something other than what they are familiar with and what they have become comfortable with. In doing so, we hope to bring these men out of their addiction, and as they go forward from this program, to live their lives out as a child of God.
Here at the Fortress, I'm able to use what I went through as a heroin addict and bring people out of addiction, out of the darkness that they're living, but I'm able to help them find their identity in Christ, of how other men in my life, in my past, helped me, and that's what I get to do here at the Fortress.
I struggled with meth addiction for the past decade and a half, spending time in jail, and I came to the Fortress about 2 years ago. And in that time at the Fortress, I came to know Christ and the meaning of having a relationship with Him. And in that time, I was able to grow in my faith alongside my brothers and my family that I was able to develop here in the time that I spent at the Fortress.
5 years ago, I lost my wife to cancer. My life radically changed. I started experimenting with more alcoholism, the drug abuse. I got into a little bit of meth. I can tell you honestly today, I don't have that worry. I don't have anything but peace, happiness, and the willingness to want to survive and do better in my community for the people that are in it and around me.
We're gonna have worship. I want you guys to just sit. Just sit and let the words wash over you.
I started working at Dairy Queen about 3 days ago. One of the guys who works here, Chris Ali, got me the job, and he knew that I wanted to work. I'm really blessed and glad that I could get this job, and so that's really cool.
I want to thank you for your support of the Fortress. I want to thank you for reaching out to the Fortress and making it possible, allowing men like myself to come to a place to grow in their faith and learn about God.
But now I'll see. Was blind, but now I see.
We're at the Fortress Restoration House. We're looking at the main floor right now. As you can kind of see, we have some open areas, and this is kind of meeting space area. There's also a dining room that guys will be using when they're in the house, but this is also a large space for doing our meetings. It's the first time for some of the guys that they will be preparing their own food. It will be the first time for some of the guys that they will be creating a budget for a monthly living expense. It's the first time some of the guys that will have had an occupation, a job, a career.
It's so very important to have a place to go when you get done with your program that has structure and the foundation of Christ, because you're coming out of an environment where Jesus is exalted. You need that to continue to maintain your sobriety.
The purposing of this house is to provide that transition time where they can prepare, strengthen themselves in the Lord, strengthen themselves in life skills, so that the environment that they knew before is behind them, and they're creating new fellowships, new friends, some accountability. They will be required to have a job before they move into the house. This will allow them to save up some dollars. They have that first month's rent, they have the last month's rent. So having lived here at the Fortress Restoration House and paid rent over the number of months that they are here, they will build for them a good reference for landlords as they move ahead. We're trying to prepare them in the best way possible to be successful when they're moving out of the house back into community.
They've given me the structure and educated me and given me the tools to get on my feet, get a job, and pursue a career.